Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everyone in between, viewers of all ages, welcome to the Everything and Nothing Show. You could tell I changed it a little bit, and I was telling Steve before that I was going to do this, and I like it. I want to keep it going because Ruby Rose, the actress who played one of the jail chicks in jail in the new Orange is the New Black series, she almost looked like Justin Bieber. She did that in the EMAs the other day, and I thought that was really great. Like, it's this movement about just including everyone. Like, it's not just like there's ladies and gentlemen and those that are like kind of gender fluid. So I'm adding that in there. I'm spicing it up a bit.
Not to be confused with Ruby Rod, Chris Tucker from The Fifth Element.
Thank you. See, that's
who's also gender unknown.
Ah, there you go.
There you go. Ask that too. Thank you.
Yeah, so welcome to the Everything and Nothing Show. For this podcast, I am just one of your hosts with the most.
There you go.
Look what just happened.
We can do this.
I broke off, and then I have no idea how to do this. Okay, I'm just one of your hosts with the most, Clayton Kisko, and I'm accompanied by, of course, the Maelstrom Gamers. And with us today on this podcast, we have the bad boy, Cop Show's #1 fan, Steve Landis. How's it going, Steve?
Awesome. What's up?
Feeling pretty good? You feeling a little Jamaican?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Right by the beach.
Right
by the beach.
Blood
clot. And next up, we have the A-Train, the Canadian sensation, the Tower, Alan Tolner.
What up?
What up? That was pretty good. That's what the kids are doing these days.
Oh, yeah.
Fart noises and then throwing gang signs.
It's like a cool rap.
Yeah. I like it.
It's
I'm digging it. It's pretty exciting.
It's pretty cool.
So if you guys don't know the form of the show, Maelstrom Gamers, we hop on a Skype and we each bring a topic for our discussion, but more importantly, for your entertainment. And each of these topics, these discussions, they're their own little video that we release Monday through Friday. 5 topics throughout the week. And then on Saturday, all 5 topics are rolled up into a whole full episode, so you can watch it all at once if you'd like. If you'd like to get that early, you have those options too. They just cost a little money. You can go on to patreon.com/MaelstromGamers, and you can pay, I think it's about $5, and you get the MP3 early, $10, gets you the video about a week early. And in addition to that, you get a special exclusive full episode of the Everything and Nothing Show.
What?
That's only available. Oh, yeah. That's only available on that patreon.com subscription page. Now, look, if you don't have the money, that's cool. It's a great way to support us, and that money goes back into our show. But I understand if you want to just do free stuff too. So we have those options. You can go on our Facebook page. You can go on our Twitter accounts. You can go on our Instagram page, and you can follow us. You can like us. You subscribe, comment. Follow us on Instagram. So double follow. Sure.
Double, triple.
Sure. So
Instagram.
All those things are free ways to support us.
Check
and
us out on Tinder.
Yeah, check us out on Tinder. Rate us on Hot or Not. If you can go to our MySpace page, we have a bunch of music videos, songs that we would like.
Dang it.
Hot or Not.
Yeah.
I have a great topic. What would be your your dating profile name?
Oh, that's perfect.
If you had one.
Yeah. and last but not least, go to Friendster and friend request us. So we can, man.
We're on everything, guys.
We have it, yeah, we're all over the social media. No, but we are live streaming on our YouTube channel, so you can check us out on our YouTube page, youtube.com/Maelstrom Gamers channel. We are consistently streaming League of Legends. Look, we're not the best, but we're certainly not the worst, but we are entertaining.
Are you having fun yet?
Yeah.
Are you not entertained?
Yeah. Oh, that's perfect. I love that. Okay, so yeah, we'll be doing that. I don't know, a couple of the games coming out. We'll hopefully stream. I said I was going to stream Metal Gear Solid 5, so hopefully I'll do that in a little bit.
Yes, dude. PlayStation just came out with the new YouTube app, so now I can start streaming down to YouTube. Yeah, so I'm gonna start playing Arkham again. I'm gonna do Let's Play with Arkham.
I like that. I would love to do a Let's Play with us in some way.
I just want I want you to be with me when I do it because I can't explain the game at all. I'm just like, this is cool. You know what I mean? As I'm playing, I know nothing about Batman.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there watching. I thought it'd be great if you did time.
See, I love that idea. But it's time, and time is money, and we need money. And a way to get money is if you go on to patreon.com/MaelstromGamers and you give us just $1. And that dollar can get added to a great new show for the Maelstrom Gamers, like a Let's Play, like we were just describing. So look, that's the format. That's the show style. Let's get into the topics. I know that ran a little long, and people are like, "Hey, I don't like long intros, so let's do it."
Right.
Our first topic. Speaking of games, shooters, like I was kind of leaning towards, my topic will be the first topic, and it's kind of just, look, Halo 5 Guardians is coming out, and it got me thinking about all the different first-person shooters that we're about to see this Christmas, this holiday break, and I wanted to talk to you guys about, what your thoughts are on these games, if they're still relevant, these franchises, and if there's anything that you're excited about or not excited about, and why. So I was thinking, first I mentioned Halo 5 Guardians, and Halo was great. I played it in high school, like I think a lot of you guys did, and then college. That was a huge LAN kind of scenario, like LAN parties and whatnot. We had a 8-on-8 full 16 match, which was so much fun. That was great. Like Halo. And we were talking about this the other night. Halo was like the first game for consoles to actually make first-person shooters feel really good and worth playing. GoldenEye was great, but I mean,
Halo was definitely like the next evolution of first-person shooters after GoldenEye.
Yeah, and so you have Halo, and then me personally, and you guys can feel free to disagree because I'd love your opinion on it. I really loved Halo 2. Halo 3 came out.
I liked Halo 2. Yep.
Halo 3 came out the same time Modern Warfare came out, and I pretty much abandoned the Halo series. I did not like Halo 3 at all. I did not like what they changed the control scheme again, and like for anybody who doesn't really know, like these what you're used to button map, like on the controller, and the A button does something, but it seemed at Halo 3 they switched all that up, and then they added these mechanics where you pick up these like boosts and then use them, and that just felt really like clunky. It didn't feel that fluid within the game mechanics. And so it just deterred me away from the game. It was also really, really fast-paced compared to the Modern Warfare series, which was like tactical and strategic in a slower kind of pace that I really got gravitated towards. They did the loadout system correctly, and then the unlocking reward system was something that Halo had yet to adopt or even do well. And so I completely abandoned Halo 3. I played Halo 4. It was okay. Reach was pretty good. It was decent. I thought it was better than Halo 3, in my opinion. Played Halo 4, was meh. And then apparently Halo 5 is just freaking insane. They've hit the apex. Multiplayer they nailed. The single player people like. So.
But they don't have split screen.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So they took split screen out, which is crazy because I feel like that's a big thing. It was one of the last first
Halo
shooters.
1, we wouldn't have been able to do our 8-on-8 if we didn't have split screen, because we only played it with 4 Xboxes.
Yeah. Yeah. So we had 2 TVs per room.
Yep.
All 4 screened, and like that's a big thing. Like, and especially in like a college dorm setting, I feel like that's huge. And I don't know. And look, Halo was like the last game to do split screen. Which is basically, for those people who don't know and listening, it's the ability to have 4 people in one room, the game's played, and then they can all play on the same TV. What a lot of first-person shooters are doing these days and have done for the last couple of years is eliminate the split-screen functionality, which forces someone that has the game to play. If they want to play with a friend, they have to have their own Xbox, their own game, and own TV.
Unless they're on PlayStation. They have to have their PlayStation and they have to have a TV, but they don't necessarily have to have the game, because you can share your games with PlayStation.
Oh, it just makes PlayStation much better.
I'm not being a fanboy. This is my first PlayStation or Sony product I had, but yes, you can share games even if the other person doesn't have it, and they can play with you in your session.
Yep.
Yes.
How do you like that, Cliff?
I like that a lot. I remember hearing it, but I didn't know it was actually implemented.
Yeah, I think the only thing is every hour you have to refresh the session. That's the only limiting thing.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because then if they didn't have that, then someone would just get the game for free, right? Like, you need a timestamp.
Yeah, but you can do it as many times as you want. You can refresh immediately. It doesn't cost anything or anything like that. So
that's really cool.
So yeah, it's really fun. Like, if you were playing Diablo on PlayStation and your friend didn't have it, he could just hop into your game and you just do some dungeon crawl, whatever.
That's super cool.
Yeah, it's really awesome.
Love you, PlayStation.
And another thing I was going to say, Rocket League that came out recently has split screen. which
Right.
is yeah. Like
Is that
one
the
of
one with
the
the car?
Yeah, with the cars. Yeah, which I haven't played.
I haven't played either. It looks pretty cool though.
No,
There's a lot
I
of.
have played it, but
Oh.
I haven't played it with split screen.
Oh.
Yeah,
Split screen. Yeah, man. There's now. Oh, look. Okay, so working in the industry, in the game industry, I understand. Like, that was something big when we were working on Tony Hawk games to like basically sit down. We had year and a half of development, X amount of dollars. Like we have to look at the hard numbers of like what are people gonna really need for this game to be considered a success. What is a nice to have and what is like, or what is a want and what is a nice to have. And a lot of times, like, as cool as Hot Seat is or like split screen, like it was always usually a nice to have. And because at the end of the day, there's the Xbox Live infrastructure that you absolutely need because people expect that. And people don't necessarily like need or expect the split screen. And so it's like, well, this is a feature that costs X amount of dollars, this amount of time of development, and this many coders. We don't have enough time. It's either this or like something else cool that we're trying to do. We got to cut it. And so I kind of understand that, but at the same time, it really does suck because I feel like Halo, correct me if I'm wrong, was really the last first-person shooter to keep split screen.
Do they not do it in any of the Call of Duty games? No. Okay.
I think Call of Duty 2 was the last one. I don't think Modern Warfare had split screen.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
No, I played with my brother just the other day on Xbox on a split screen with Call of Duty. I forgot which one he had.
I don't know how.
You just said that you played online, but split screen?
No, not online. It wasn't online.
He came over your house.
No, I came over to his house.
You went over his house?
Yeah, he has another controller. I was able to play split screen. He had the top
Local
screen.
split screen.
Huh?
Local split screen.
Right.
Yeah, not Xbox Live split screen.
Oh, okay. My
difference. Yeah, big difference because like I never understood this mode, but you could play 1v1. And these maps are not designed for that, and it's boring as shit.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Very.
So, but alternatively, you guys can play split screen co-op against like horde mode and stuff, and I've played that before.
Okay, yeah.
Black Ops had that, and I mean that's okay. But at the end of the day, you're playing this game to play other people multiplayer. Like Calvin, our buddy, like. Dude, even after college, Halo was a big influence. We were playing Halo 4, or shit, maybe it was Halo Reach. Like, just drinking at his place, playing split screen Xbox Live, and it's super fun. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a good time.
I've heard the reason they didn't have it in the new Halo was because of frame rate issues. So they want to have a locked 60 frames per second no matter what system you're on. But if you split it up, you have to render twice as much stuff. So then you'd have to have maybe locked at 30 frames per second if you wanted to. But the other people that I've heard complain about that is because in other games, like even Halo 2, when you could split it up to 4 times, what they did is just lower the graphic qualities on each screen just a bit so that it could handle having that many screens. Because I do remember like a little bit like playing Halo 2 when you had like 4 people and like a bunch of people shot like needlers and like plasma pistols like going off everywhere. The game would kind of chug sometimes.
You're right, it would.
That is definitely a trade-off you get when you have like 4 players split screen.
Can I just throw this in there? I don't like Halo.
Yeah, why?
Sure.
Yeah, there's no wrong answer here, man.
Thank you.
I don't know. I don't know why.
That's great.
I just want to throw that in there. I know I'm probably gonna get a lot of beef for it or anything like that, but I'm actually want to play the new one. I've read a lot about it and new Game Informer and everything. And
hashtag Steve Beef if you don't agree with Steve.
But I guess the first
kill Steve. Hashtag he hates Halo. Hashtag
infidel.
Hashtag sacrifice.
It's gonna be like. Oh, Mr. Like, maybe you hate the game because you suck at it. Did you ever think about that? Well, I do. I do suck at it. I remember playing at a friend's house. My friend gave it to me, and I was good. I mean, I played Counter-Strike at the time. I think that the first Halo came out. I think what else I played? The first Call of Duty. I liked all those games and everything, but like when I got into Halo, man, it was just like spawn dead, like immediately spawn dead. Like
yeah, it does sound like you suck at that game.
Yeah, it does. I'm telling you, man. I don't know. Like
it's high octane.
I hate it. I was like, fuck this game.
I mean, for all intents and purposes.
Yes.
Ding.
Yeah. Halo, I would describe as an arena shooter, and it's very fast paced.
Yes.
and you get in, and yeah, you're dead really quick if you have no idea what you're doing.
I totally would say it was in Reach, especially the first ones, because it literally had like weapons you picked up around the map. Like,
yeah,
like
and they
that's
had health.
exactly what you do in Unreal or Quake, any of those games.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I was thinking too, like, I don't know, Alan, if you're playing Destiny, because I know Clay hasn't.
I played the demo
played the
or the
beta.
beta. Yeah, I played the
Yeah.
beta. That was it.
You played the beta. Okay, but you never played the multiplayer.
Fucking played that shit.
No, I played the multiplayer
Okay.
in the beta.
Oh, so you did? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, all right. Well, is it kind of like that? Because that's why I want to kind of go back to the Halo. Because,
Yes.
like, it is fast paced, and
when
I
I
got
You
played-
never
when I
played
was
a
playing
Halo?
Destiny, it felt like I was playing Halo.
Yeah,
It-
that was
okay.
my problem because it
All right.
felt like a worse Halo. Sorry, Bungie
oh, like
guys.
a worse Halo. Got it.
It just didn't. It just felt like like. Okay, so there's trade-offs. They wanted an MMO experience, but to do that, to expand that much and to have that much content, other things tend to fall through the cracks. And
So-
there's just lulls, and there's downtime, and there's just things are just not as polished, and the counters are not as interesting because things have to be so big, right? And then therefore you need more generic things so that you can stamp them and make more content quickly.
You're talking about single player?
Yeah, I'm talking about Destiny single player. And so by going through that single player, I just felt things were just vanilla. And it was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, it felt like I was playing a watered-down Halo experience. And so I was like, look, if I want this experience, I'm just going to go play Halo. This is not gravitating. Granted, I never played the multiplayer, so I don't know what that was like. But
It
my
felt
first
just like
blush-
Halo.
Now, yeah, so my response was, okay, well, I'm just going to play Halo. Was that your response? Did you feel like this was like the next evolution in Halo, or did it feel like a downstep from Halo?
The single player, for sure, I got tired of.
Right.
Even just in the beta.
Yeah. It was
Right.
It's like, it was
repetitive.
basically, and when you said vanilla, I was thinking it's literally like vanilla World of Warcraft in that you go out, you do a quest where you have to kill X amount of things, or you wait and kill X amount of things. And it's like, okay, it's kind of cool when like a bunch of people showed up, but like if you were just there by yourself, it was really lame. The world was kind of cool, but I could tell they were reusing assets like over and over and over again. Like every time I went into like underground area, it looked exactly the same layout and like textures and everything as like a place I had been in just 20 minutes earlier. And that really like upset me because in Halo, the single player campaign is like this really well crafted, like flowing thing that you go through. I mean, I get it, they're trying to do like an open world whatever in Destiny, but it just, yeah, it didn't grab me. I definitely had the most fun playing the multiplayer though during the beta because like it was a lot of fun, cool weapons, cool vehicles, and of course the shooting and everything felt really great because it's just like Halo's shooting and stuff. So,
well, I was thinking of like, what you think they're trying to gravitate more towards that, like because hey, you can't get Halo on PlayStation, so
Well, I
they
had-
kind of want something kind of similar to
yeah,
Halo for PlayStation.
yeah, that's a fair point to make it like cross-platform for everything. The last Halo game I played was Halo 4, and I never even finished it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I think I'm just got kind of tired of the formula of Halos. Halo 2 was probably the last one I really had fun with. I played Halo 2, played a
I remember
little
you
bit
and
of
Nate
Reach.
really liking Halo 3. You guys were like playing that co-op and trying
Yeah.
to beat that.
Yeah, I guess I did play Halo 3. Yeah. I didn't,
what
I
make-
didn't finish Reach, though, which I heard was good.
Reach and 2 were some of my favorites.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed Reach. Yeah.
Because Reach is when you're just a generic Spartan, right?
Well,
You're not Master Chief, are you?
No, but yeah, I'm sorry. The generic threw me off. You are. Comparative to Master Chief, you're just another Spartan.
Okay.
But it was pretty badass. I mean, it felt squad-based, so like you were a
Right.
Spartan guy, but you had like your sniper Spartan guy, and you had your tank Spartan guy.
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
neat.
Okay.
Now you said that the new Halo 5 coming out has reached its apex on a lot of things, like you feel. Now,
Yes.
what
so
what do you
Sorry, say that again. We had a freeze.
Oh, sorry. I said, what do you think they did differently in this one that
Well,
makes it different from all the rest?
From what I can tell, 343. So a different studio took over for Halo 4, and that's really hard to do when you're stepping in shoes of another company that has all these learnings and these like tools, and they know what to expect. They know how to. They've been crafting these games for like 4 or 5 iterations, right? With Reach and ODST, it's really a total of 5 games of Halo that they have under their belt. So you give it to a brand new team. And this brand new team, I mean, you have to play catch up. They don't know how to make a Halo game necessarily. They love it. They've probably done a ton of research and hired people who love playing the game and have first-person shooter experience, but they don't know the tools. They don't know what really necessarily like the pitfalls and like all the different like tips and tricks on how to make a Halo game great. So they're really spending their time on this in Halo 4, this first iteration, in just like learning the ropes. They're trying to make a great Halo game, and you know, I think they did for all of those challenges that I just listed out. Halo 5, I think what people are starting to like describe in the reviews I'm reading is that 343 have hit the mark that you'd expect Bungie to hit. They have done it, and then probably then some, right? Which is to say, the multiplayer has been the best since Halo 2, which is what I'm reading a lot. And so that says that they've figured something out that's been better than Halo 3, in my opinion, and even Reach. And the single player they're saying is really, really good. It's like, it is what you would expect from Halo 2. And I don't know if it's fair to like actually compare these campaigns to one another, but just to say that like, this is great. This is so good. This is what I expect. Now they've hit that ceiling. This is the 6th or 7th game in this franchise. Can you really evolve this any further? Can you like, so when I say Apex, I mean like, okay, they've done it. They've now made a game that Bungie would be proud of and would probably do. Is it feasible to even think that they can go any further now? Can they make an even better multiplayer in the next iteration? Can they make an even better single player in the next iteration? And I don't know if they can. So I'm really interested to see where they go from this, because a lot of people are also saying, you know, I'm a little bored with the Halo franchise. Like, I've done it, I've played it. It's the same old. So, great. 343 has got you to the same old. Now I'm really excited to see what they do next. Because they have to like evolve this now. They have to bring this to another part. And Destiny, right? You know, it was made by Bungie, the old Halo creators. They've done that. They were like, okay, we've made this single player experience. Now let's go off and make this MMO experience. Let's evolve this to the next step.
Well, I think that's what they did with the new one, that Halo, or not Halo, Destiny that came out, the Fallen King.
Yeah,
it's completely like revamped it. I think they listened to a lot of people, because I absolutely hated the storyline. I thought they could have did so much more with the storyline, in the first one. And the second one, they listened to the people, and they made it more in depth. They made you want to play the characters a lot more, want to do the storyline, because people didn't want to do it. Mm-hmm. They just did it to get to the multiplayer and just get to the end of the game. But
you had to do it for the gear too, right? For the items. Or is the end game kind of still like, it's like an MMO? It's like end game, and you do dungeons or whatever.
Yeah, you do dungeons and stuff like that. But you mainly get shards, and then use the shards to buy other items. So you're basically just camera.
Yeah. I was gonna say, anybody watching the stream, or sorry, not the stream. Anybody watching this episode right now, Steve,
Jesus,
camera issues.
All right, let's try this again.
Oh.
Just another reason, guys, why if you were going to patreon.com/Maelstrom Gamers and just donate just $1, you can use that $1 to get Steve a better camera and or computer.
I think I just need to download the driver or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you should definitely do that. So anyway, so that's I ranted. I apologize. That's a lot of the Halo like vomit. There's other games. There's other games besides Halo, man. There's fucking Battlefront Star Wars coming out.
Yeah.
So are you guys excited about that? Like, is there anything like I know
tentatively excited about it.
Okay, so that's interesting, because I would have pegged you as insanely excited. Maybe,
I don't get
but
insanely
I know
excited for anything
anymore
because it's just a letdown. Like, okay, my turn to rant.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
What's the game? Tom Clancy's The Division.
Yeah.
The first trailer they showed for that game looked absolutely incredible. Like what I think Destiny wanted to be in terms of an open world kind of cooperative shoot 'em up experience. And then every single trailer following that, and this was 2 years ago that they released the very first one, the quality has gone down and down and down until it looks like a generic like at least as generic as Destiny, probably less than that now. And that is just like super frustrating because I feel like every game is like that these days. The first trailer, I mean, I guess a great example of that in recent years is Aliens Colonial Marines, which...
Poor Gearbox.
The very first time they showed that made it look like the most incredible Aliens experience everybody wanted, for where you're with your friends, playing as the Marines, and then all of a sudden, like, aliens come pouring out and you're just unloading everywhere, you know, defending. Yeah. But then we actually all saw the game, how garbage it was, and I think that game, maybe one of the new Battlefield games, and the Division's recent kind of steady decline in quality has made people feel very jaded on pre-orders. I mean, there's like all kinds of games that people like don't, you know, think about, oh, I'm not going to pre-order anymore.
Pre-orders in general have a negative.
It's just everybody, I think, is always tentatively excited about everything these days. Like, right. If you don't want to get your hopes up, you do it to protect yourself. You don't want to get your hopes up because you know if you get it and you think it's going to be, you know, the next coming of Jesus, it's going to actually be garbage.
Yeah. I always wonder if it's like, if that's what we're chasing constantly, is that a dopamine rush that we got. I mean, when you first started play Halo, right? It's just like, holy shit, this has never been done before.
But it's not, like, yeah, it's... I think there's more to it than just the gameplay and the visuals and stuff. Like, the music of Halo will be embedded in the minds of everybody that's ever played it when it first came out, because
so good.
It's like it's equally as important part of the gameplay as the actual gameplay.
Yeah, you're right. Because I immediately when I said that, I was thinking about Metal Gear 5, and like, there's nothing too crazy new. I mean, it's just a great Metal Gear game. They just nailed down like a couple great new like moment-to-moment gameplay items, and like they had a really great meta, and
I think that's what's really good, is like they need the good moment-to-moment like parts, which I think a lot of games lack, because you've already been there, done that. Yeah. And when you get there, you're just like, oh, this reminds me of that other game I played. Like, that's cool, but I've seen this.
Yeah, yeah, and oftentimes it's probably not as good.
It's kind of like World of Warcraft. Like, you try to play like other MMOs or something like that, and you're just like, it's not the same.
Dude, they're not even apologetic at that.
I've chased so many, dude, after World of Warcraft. I've chased Rift. Rift was one of them. I was really excited about Rift, and then I was just like, oh, I can't. No, this is not for me. Mm-hmm. And then it was Guild Wars 2. Ugh. And the same thing with that. I was just like, oh, the multiplayer. This is weird, man. I can't do this either. And just, it's one of those things that I want that feeling again when we were like younger, and we'd all get on and we're like cracking up, laughing, doing this and that. It was just, I don't know.
Not gonna happen.
So do you think this will happen? Do you think this will happen with Battlefield?
No. I think Battlefield will be fun. I think it'll be cool to play with friends, but I think anytime you hop on it by yourself, you'll probably just get frustrated playing it.
Yeah, because Rocco got a new computer for it.
Yeah.
So he's expecting us to hop on and play.
Well, I'm gonna play. I want to play because I think the Battlefield games are incredibly fun when you're playing with friends. Like, incredibly fun.
Okay.
I would say it's the same level.
Are we talking about Battlefront or Battlefield?
I'm sorry, Battlefront.
Same thing.
Battlefront. Yeah, it is right.
All right.
Same formula for the most part. Because I think it's like I would say the fun exponentially increases in Battlefront way more than most games.
Okay.
Like more than League of Legends when you're playing with friends.
Well, that's a bold statement, Alan.
I think so.
It's hard for me to believe.
That it becomes more fun when you have friends playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. Oh yeah, definitely. Especially when you come back and you win after some teams talking ish.
Because I think what's the DICE? Is that who makes it? DICE captures the moment to moment gameplay when you're playing with friends, I think. There's too many times when Rob and I have been playing Battlefield 3 where we're just like joking around, like whatever, talking while we're playing, you know, kill a guy, and then all of a sudden like a helicopter crashes like right in front of us, and we're just like, oh shit, and we're just like running away, like fuck, and, like, there's guys like parachuting around us, and you know, like A10 or whatever, the C-130 starts like, you know, just blowing up the streets, and you just see like people flying, and that kind of stuff just can erupt like out of nowhere in those games.
And especially if you get into character with your friends too, like that'd be like hilarious.
I got supplies. Hunker down, champ.
Repost, cool. Repost.
Yeah, it's fun. I don't know if Battlefront will be the exact same, if the spectacle will be like that, but I imagine if it's similar, then it'll hit all those notes.
I gotta imagine. I mean, if you're fighting and then all of a sudden you see like a Luke Skywalker just fly across the field, you're like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? And then an AT-AT just drops in front of you and explodes. You're like, whoa! And TIE fighters are like flying in front of your face. You're like, Jesus Christ!
Exactly. That's what I think it's gonna be like. I mean, I've seen some GIF images of like this guy, all these rebels running down a corridor, like in a major battle, and then all of a sudden you see like this red lightsaber come out, and then it just like bolts through, and he's just like cutting through all these people, and like a guy looks at him, and then he like rushes at him, and it's like, oh, respawn! Like it's like that scary. When Darth Vader came out, I was just like, oh my,
that'd be so sick, man! I'm getting excited just thinking about that.
That's cool.
I'm still kind of confused on how that works. If they do,
right?
If like you like have to get a certain amount of points and you can unlock them or something, or you can always play, like, will there be multiple Darth Vaders, or I don't know.
You know, I would definitely go Jedi, Sith if I could. Yeah. That would be awesome.
They have Luke and they have Vader at least. So
that's a really great question, Alan. Because from my mind immediately went, no, they would never do that. It's got to be some type of per match unlockable that once the team hits it, one person gets it. And that, like, for whatever reason, that's where my mind went. I'd be like, that's lame, because I bet you I'll never get it. You know what I mean? But it'll
make you want to play more, though. Like, to try and get that, like...
Well, what will make me play more would be if I had the ability to unlock it via loadout. Like, I just played a bunch, got enough like level and XP, and I unlocked the ability to play as a Jedi or Sith.
Okay.
That would be pretty cool.
But then what do you think it would be cool if you just had... I mean, actually, now I'm thinking about it, it sounds really cool if there's like shit tons of Jedi and everything just running around and like fighting everywhere. But I don't know if a gameplay standpoint that would make much sense.
Yeah, it wouldn't.
No.
It kind of wouldn't. But, yeah, I mean, have you seen games where people just, like, roll out tons of medics? I mean, you could, right? You could roll out tons of...
you could totally do that in Battlefield. I mean, everybody could be medic and just chucking health packs everywhere, like, nobody dying. So... It's possible, I guess. I don't know, but I heard the loadout system in Battlefront is just okay, actually.
Interesting.
So, I don't know. Again, it's all... You can only speculate until you get the game. I'm
super tentative. Like... Am I going to drop the $60 on this game that we play for a month, or do I wait it out? I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. Because ultimately we'll go back to League, and that the game's free, and we have fun.
Well, you have to pay monthly for it? Battlefront?
No,
I'm just saying you have to drop
$60.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I feel like I don't buy mini games these days, so for me it's not that big of a deal to buy it. So, I'll probably get it immediately and play.
Cool.
And then Clay will just be on the sideline. Are you guys having fun? You guys
want to play League? We're playing Battlefront.
We're playing Battlefront, man. Oh my God! Did you just see that? What?
If you guys are playing that, there's another game that I was gonna mention as well for first-person shooter, which is Rainbow Six Siege. I'm really excited about because, like I mentioned, arena shooters. I'm starting to I generally stay away from sans Halo because Halo's I don't know I like it, but I don't know. All the Modern Warfare are going very, very fast-paced arena-like shooters now, and I don't like that. I did not like Titanfall. I had my hopes up for that game, but it's just the pacing is way too quick for it to be enjoyable. I want something a little bit slower, a little bit more tactical, like I was mentioning earlier in this topic, like Modern Warfare. And so Siege is bringing back that slow-paced, methodical, and then adding this like class-based system with classes synergizing. You need the medic, you need the demolisher guy so that he can blow up the stuff that the other teams like the other guy's like defensive dude was doing, you know what I mean? And then you need your tank who has got the SWAT shield to go in first, and then you need your like quick assault rifle double tap guy to come out right after him, pop pop pop, and then the shotgun guy comes after him to get the close it sounds like super super cool, and it's just like all about just getting to the hostage and getting the hostage out, and
that was fun.
Sounds super fun. I'm really excited about that game. So in terms of first person shooter, like at least that is really the only other game that I can think of that's slow paced that's coming out pretty soon.
I'm excited about that. I like those type of games. And that's going to be multiplayer?
Oh, yeah. It's all multiplayer.
Okay.
Rainbow Six Siege. I signed you guys up for the... I don't know.
Well, we're turning it on.
Because I remember there was in the original Rainbow Six.
Maybe there is.
And you could like sometimes I would just breach a door, and then my guy would just walk in front of me, and I'd shoot him, and then I'd be like, "Shit, I'm down a guy," and that's a really big deal in that game.
Yeah,
you only got 4
because you're gone. Yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
Interesting. The beta I played lived up to the hype. The only problem is I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, so everybody was going upstairs. I was like, I'll check out the basement. And like, people were just, I'm looking up, and they're just like falling like flies.
was there VoIP or whatever voiceover input or whatever microphone you could like speak to people? Okay.
Yeah, Sarah could, like, she was listening. She's like, who's talking? I was like, oh, it's some other person. And it was odd. There's a lot of like southern people. They're like, this game's loading sucks. I was like, oh, that's a bummer. I was like, yeah, it's all good though. I was like, all right. It was fun.
It sucks, but it's all good.
Yeah, it's all good.